learning from the past to build a better future. For most students today, September 11th is not a memory. Instead, it's truly history. WGN's Lourdes Duarte shows you how one author and a professor are helping teachers in the classroom tackle the events that forever altered this nation.
At the foot of the World Trade Center, amidst the chaos, a story of survival that lives on 20 years later. This one told in the pages of a children's book. Sean Rubin wrote this very tree out this year about the Callery pear tree that sat outside the Twin Towers in 2001.
It was there when the buildings came down, and it survived underneath the rubble until sometime in October. It was actually the last living thing to be pulled from the rubble after 9/11.
The tree was replanted at the 9/11 Memorial Plaza. Rubin took his own children there. It's a sign of resilience and hope, and a way to introduce today's kids to a moment in history that changed America.
Even though the story is about the tree really experiences trauma like a human does. So we kind of use the tree as a gentle way into the conversation.
It's a tool for those who weren't around then to learn about that historic moment, a day that isn't always necessarily a part of school curriculum.
If you're in a state with a highly standardized U.S. history curriculum, for example, and have a test at the end, they don't feel they have the time to teach something that's maybe not going to be tested on.
University of Wisconsin-Madison professor Jeremy Stoddard is part of a team that's been studying 9/11 school curriculums nationwide for the last 2 decades. Here's some of what they found. 12% of teachers don't include 9/11 in their lesson plans at all. 79% only do it on the anniversary of the attacks. 76% teach about the day by using news reports from that day or documentaries. Then there's this. Many teachers are choosing to focus not necessarily on the day, but its effects.
And that what they want their students to understand is all of the impacts it's had on their lives that they might not recognize.
In Illinois, there's no mandated curriculum. In many cases, it's up to the individual teachers or districts to decide what to teach about 9/11. It's a difficult topic to tackle, which is why the World Trade Center's surviving tree story is resonating with students.
The biggest thing that I've heard is that it's really created a space for people to be able to talk about what happened.
But that's just one tool that chronicles the day. What about a discussion on terrorism and the global war on terror? According to the University of Wisconsin report, that's at the top of the list for many teachers. But there's no single way to address it, with lesson plans continuing to evolve with each passing year.
If the goals of learning history is to become informed citizens and to learn from the past, to understand the present and make better decisions in the future, then we need to do a little bit better job of that.